Today's video dives into the NPC AI patent, focusing on virtual navigation in Grand Theft Auto 6. This patent sheds light on the intricacies of in-game traffic, promising a heightened level of realism compared to previous iterations. We'll explore the notable enhancements Rockstar has implemented, creating a more sophisticated system that elevates the gaming experience. By examining various sources, we aim to provide a comprehensive overview of this navigation system, offering insights into what Rockstar has in store for NPC navigation in GTA 6. Let's delve into the details of this intriguing patent. System and method for virtual navigation in a gaming environment. Let's break down this patent for a moment. Essentially, it gives us insight into how non-playable characters operate within the game environment. They explain that NPCs' actions are controlled through artificial intelligence, allowing for real-time decision-making based on preset algorithms. In many systems, this is achieved through nodes and links, where each node contains important data that influences NPC movement. For example, in a game involving vehicles, this data could include factors like vehicle speed, lane width, road type, and number of lanes. Now, these nodes are essentially waypoints that NPCs follow to navigate from one point to another. In simpler sections of the road, these nodes might be connected linearly, guiding NPCs straightforwardly. But in more complex areas, like junctions, the nodes become more intricate. Take a basic intersection, for instance. A vehicle approaching it would have several exit options, leading to a branching network of nodes. In older systems, like the one used in GTA 5, NPCs might make decisions at these junctions based on simple rules, sometimes leading to behaviors that seem a bit random. However, this conventional method has its limitations, especially when it comes to handling various factors like weather conditions, changing lanes, parking cars, or anticipating road exits. In these situations, the old system could falter, as NPCs might not adapt well to the dynamic environment. One downside of the node-based system is its limited capacity to replicate real-life factors that humans naturally consider. Another drawback is its constraint in automating NPCs effectively. Due to memory and processing limitations, only a set number of NPC-controlled cars can be spawned in the game. Naturally, players crave a more immersive experience with a greater number of NPC-controlled cars on the road. Moreover, in conventional systems, NPCs often repeat the same actions, and some may even disappear as players get closer to them. Additionally, in GTA 5, the system relies on local traffic avoidance for NPCs to steer clear of collisions. This means that NPCs continuously scan their immediate surroundings each frame for any obstacles like vehicles, pedestrians, or objects. Using a front-facing polygon, they gather data about the road layout and calculate the optimal steering angle to dodge obstacles or stay on the road. It's worth noting that this process occurs independently for each frame, without any reference to previous frames. This results in slower detection, as the system may not recognize a road blockage promptly. Instead, it interprets the obstruction as something to be avoided, without distinguishing it as a complete road blockage. Recognizing these limitations, Rockstar has engineered an NPC system that addresses these shortcomings of conventional systems. This advanced system efficiently manages NPC nodes and node graphs, yielding optimal outcomes while circumventing hardware and software constraints. NPCs in this system demonstrate heightened spatial awareness and adaptability, capable of altering routes based on real-time data from the environment. Moreover, this innovative system synergizes with the tagging mechanism discussed in earlier discussions. Through node analysis, the system identifies tags, such as indicating a road leads to a junction unsuitable for large vehicles. Consequently, large vehicles are deterred from entering. Furthermore, NPCs within this system consider various attributes of vehicle types, models, including speed restrictions, acceleration and braking capabilities, top speeds, cornering abilities, and vehicle size. NPCs will consider a plethora of data from their surroundings, leading to heightened situational awareness. Video games are populated by NPCs who are able to make real-time decisions based on their environment. Games use a specific system for NPCs to traverse the game world. However, this system is very limited, and thus the decisions NPCs can make are very limited as well. NPCs in vehicles only consider their close vicinity, but nothing else. Also, to avoid collisions, NPCs only consider the last generated frame and base their reaction on that. No prior frames are considered. Rockstar has invented a new system which aims to fix these issues and make NPCs more intelligent, and thus make the game world feel more realistic. NPCs can now consider factors like traffic, as well as account for changing lanes when parking cars, anticipating a road exit, weather conditions, and the like. There are more than a predetermined number of NPC-controlled cars in the game now for a realistic experience for the player. Vehicles can now plan accordingly in case there is any type of road blockage. This also applies to police cars being able to navigate their way through traffic during a chase. I'd like to highlight another breakdown of the patent, which dates back 3 years ago. Let's delve into it. Takeaway from yesterday's patent post. I've read over the patent post from yesterday, and I noticed a lot of people missed the most exciting information in it. I'll sum it up in non-technical language. It's essentially a method to improve vehicle AL when driving currently. When NPCs drive on the road, they can sense a few cars around them to determine crashes or other things to drive around. This is dumb AL, as it has very few factors to take into account, and requires a lot of computational resources. This is why vehicles despawn when far away to free up the CPU. Rockstar's patent describes a system that primarily will change this and give NPCs more situational awareness. They will essentially have an objective of navigating from one location to another. Simplified, but is essential in making routines similar to RDR2, and be able to take into account other external factors. Coolest of all, NPCs will still exist when your game isn't rendering them in this implementation. Specific examples mentioned by Rockstar state they will be able to use weather conditions, traffic, and crashes to determine where to go. Some areas might be dangerous in the rain, they might avoid it. If an area has too much traffic, they will avoid it. Possibly destructible environmental areas could be reacted to. Similar to bridges in Just Cause, this point is speculation, however. Cars will also be able to take into account number of lanes and speed in their decisions. NPCs will be also able to take into account high-speed chases and be able to navigate if they themselves are speeding. There will also be other reactions that are mentioned specifically, such as changing lanes before a highway exit appears, and as Rockstar puts it, driving slower on residential-type roads, or having to perform certain maneuvers to avoid oncoming traffic on single-lane streets. The large part they also mention is this implementation uses a lot less processing power. The NPC schedules can be relayed by a central server. They could possibly use the console itself as well, and it doesn't require the same constant surrounding analysis. As previous Rockstar mentions, this will allow them to have denser traffic with the same resources. A large aim also seems to be realism. Rockstar's patent mentions realistic reactions to various factors as being the main intent. For example, NPCs will each have different driving ability levels based on the driver and the car. Essentially, each driver will have its own profile and have unique driving characteristics as well as skill level. Some might speed, others might not. Each vehicle will also affect the driving of these drivers. We're eagerly anticipating the debut of this new system in action in GTA 6. The continuously changing landscape of the World League in GTA 6. We'll delve into the insights provided by the Tom Henderson leak from 2 years ago, which surprisingly proved to be accurate. Our discussion will encompass all the elements confirmed by both the official trailer and subsequent leaks, as well as explore the fresh details concerning GTA 6 and its online counterpart. Among the intriguing revelations yet to materialize is the concept of an ever-evolving world. Let's dive right in. A credible source, Tom Henderson, shared insights about GTA 6 approximately 2 years back, presenting his perspectives in a video. GTA 6 release date, Vice City, modern setting, and more. In his video, he discusses the details he had gathered regarding GTA 6, many of which turned out to be accurate. This video serves as a recap of his findings and addresses the leaks that are yet to be confirmed. At the outset of the video, Tom Henderson acknowledged that he isn't typically associated with GTA leaks and urged viewers to take his information with a pinch of salt. However, the information he has shared thus far about the game has remarkably aligned with subsequent leaks, lending credence to his claims. While not known specifically for GTA-related leaks, he has established himself as a reliable source within the gaming community. Let's begin by briefly summarizing what has been confirmed thus far. Henderson stated that GTA 6 would be set in modern times, a decision influenced by the success of GTA Online, allowing for the release of numerous DLCs. This prediction has been validated by official announcements. Additionally, he disclosed that Vice City would make a return to the game, contrary to speculation suggesting a sprawling map akin to the Project America's leaks, which hinted at the inclusion of parts of South America. Based on the information gleaned from the mapping project leaks and the trailer, it appears that the map of GTA 6 will encompass locations from the state of Florida and its environs, confirming earlier speculations. Another intriguing detail shared by Henderson is the presence of multiple playable protagonists, one of whom is described as a female character with a penchant for technology and hacking. This revelation aligns with the introduction of Lucia as one of the protagonists, potentially embodying the modern-day Bonnie of a Bonnie and Clyde narrative, evidenced by the tools she carries, suggesting a proficiency in hacking. Lucia carries Tracker Jammer, Immobilizer Bypass, USB Drive, Auto Dialer, which could be indicated to Tom Henderson's old leak about the female hacker protagonist. Tracker Jammer is a device used to prevent GPS tracking devices from receiving or transmitting signals. It may be used in the game to prevent the police from finding you. Hacking the Immobilizer using the PDA by matching the code for luxury vehicles. As seen in GTA Chinatown Wars for luxury car theft. Auto Dialer may be automatic calls for fraud technical. This particular aspect also appears to hold true. Additionally, he disclosed that the release window would fall between 2024 and 2025, which indeed turned out to be accurate. Furthermore, he mentioned that the game would be available solely on current generation consoles and PC. During the video, the leaker also suggested potential enhancements to the map, such as introducing new areas and expanding its size in some manner. Moreover, he proposed that the map would undergo alterations with each DLC, akin to how Fortnite incorporated changes like the meteor crashing into the map. These dynamic events would inject further excitement into the online experience. Furthermore, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier lent support to Tom Henderson's assertions regarding the release timeline of GTA 6. Initially, Schreier stated that Henderson's information aligned with what he had heard about the game. However, he later clarified that he hadn't verified every detail provided by the leaker. Nevertheless, Schreier affirmed that GTA 6 is indeed in the early stages of development and would feature an evolving and expanding map. This piece, naturally, dates back to 2021, coinciding with the time of the leaks. However, it's evident that the information provided has garnered validation from several reputable sources. I also wanted to delve into this particular nugget of insight. Information found for GTA 6 on the Rockstar job openings page. Hi, there is a vacant position at Rockstar New England studio for a VFX artist. Included is some information on what we may expect from Rockstar's next new title. The visual effects help to immerse the player in a believable world, from using ambient effects for things like insects around the player and rain dripping off buildings up to large-scale destruction events like skyscrapers crashing to the ground. The insects around the player does seem like an obvious addition if the game was set around Florida, as all the recent leaks are pointing to. The large-scale destruction events also lend some hints that the recent leak, including information that hurricanes are present in the next title, could be quite accurate. Thoughts on all this? The information doesn't specify whether the extensive destruction will occur in real time or as part of a scripted sequence. Nonetheless, it's an intriguing prospect. It seems probable that GTA 6 will feature a dynamic map, akin to Fortnite's model. This could involve the addition of new structures, alterations to existing ones, or perhaps even more unexpected changes. I'm keen to hear your thoughts on this. Feel free to share in the comments section what events you'd like to see incorporated into GTA 6's online component. Now, let's dive into some fresh job postings from Rockstar that seem to hint at GTA 6 nearing its completion. So, what are these gigs about? They're for localization testers. Now, what exactly does a localization tester do? Well, they basically test out software and give feedback on any language-related issues. This involves stuff like the script, UI elements, and in-game pop-ups. These testers make sure everything fits and makes sense for specific locations and regions, whether it's a city or even a whole country. Rockstar recently dropped some ads for localization testers on LinkedIn and Reddit. Check it out, they're hiring for Spanish, Latin American, traditional Chinese, and Spanish. Looks like things are heating up over at Rockstar Games. If you check out Rockstar's careers site, you'll find more listings. Take a look at Rockstar Lincoln for quality assurance and release management roles, including localization tester positions. They're looking for folks fluent in Spanish, Latin American, Brazilian Portuguese, French, German, Italian, Spanish, and traditional Chinese. Seems like they're really ramping up for something big. Under the What We Do section, it says, the Rockstar localization team provide high-quality localization on all Rockstar products and services. We work closely with all development teams to provide input during internationalization and localization development phases. We advise our external localization teams with the information they need to provide high-quality translation. We rigorously test all products and services to ensure final quality matches that which our end users expect on a Rockstar product. Here's the responsibilities. Provide dev support and localization consultation to all internal development and publishing teams. Provide consultation during internationalization to aid with font selection, character support, texture review, UL design and prototyping, etc. Proofread all translated text for all products and services. Perform localization QA to ensure final product quality is as high as possible. Ensure that localized first-party terminology is compliant with applicable naming conventions and brand guidelines. Perform ad hoc translations where necessary. Here's another description for the position. The localization QA tester will analyze in-game texts to validate grammar, syntax, spelling, and proper location on a variety of different platforms to ensure compliance with all console and handheld manufacturers' localized official terminologies. In addition, he will also review and perform exhaustive language tests to ensure text and audio respect the cultural aspects of a game's local edition, remains in context, and is consistent throughout. The localization QA tester is responsible for testing, identifying, recording, and suggesting fixes to potential bugs in video and computer games relating to language, implementation, user interface, and compliance issues. So, what does this all mean? Well, it suggests that most, if not all, of the script and UI elements are likely finalized for GTA 6. Great news, right? It indicates that the game is nearing completion and is now in the polishing stage. With this progress, an early 2025 release seems even more likely. It looks like the core content of the game is set, and Rockstar is now focusing on polishing it up to their high standards. The recent developments in the GTA 6 mapping project. We'll delve into the latest additions, including new locations featured in Trailer 1, adjustments to existing locations, refinements in certain areas, and exciting discoveries from the latest trailer, such as the yacht interior, surfboards, Princess Robot Bubblegum, and more. Let's start by examining the mapping project itself. It's been some time since our last update on this front, and there have been notable changes to the map since then. This iteration represents the most recent version of the GTA 6 mapping project, spearheaded by Npcs 0R. Below, you'll find a roster of individuals who have contributed to this endeavor, and it's worth noting that this list has been recently updated. This project stands as the largest and most comprehensive effort within the fan community, with the goal of predicting the map of GTA 6 as accurately as possible prior to its official unveiling. Npcs 0R mentioned that there's still an extensive list of elements to incorporate and modify, but for now, this update suffices. Anticipate further alterations to the map in subsequent updates. This iteration represents the latest version of the GTA 6 mapping project. Notable adjustments have been made to the legend and the manner in which various elements are annotated on the map. All markers now include viewing cones to indicate their general viewing direction. However, it's important to note that the angle of these cones is merely symbolic. Additionally, speculative location markers have been updated with red outlines to differentiate them from non-location markers. Furthermore, coordinate markers now display their corresponding clip names for easier identification. Changes have also been made to the naming conventions in the key section. For instance, you'll notice that the markers now include the names of the clips they are derived from. Let's delve into the alterations specific to Vice City. The angles of Rock Ridge and Stockyard have been tweaked to align with calculations/evidence and to better match the coordinates. By observing the outlines, you can see that both the Rock Ridge and Stockyard areas have been subtly adjusted, ensuring a more cohesive layout. There's a noticeable improvement in alignment. A notable update to the map is this section here. Previously, absent features have been incorporated from the edges of one of Rock Ridge's mini-maps, and adjustments have been made to the water's edge in that vicinity, now depicted in dark green to indicate the genuine boundaries of this section of the Vice River. Additionally, several buildings in the Rock Ridge area have been identified, including the Rock Ridge Community Research Center, Miami Police Department, Venture Apartments, Orange and Pink, 7071 Warren Thacker Manor, inspired by Martin Fine Villa, Palace Cafe and Diary, all sourced from leaks. Furthermore, there are two speculative markers outlined in red, representing locations from the trailer. One in Rock Ridge is speculated to be the Hammer Hamlet Ladies location, while the other marks the high roller scene from the trailer. You can find the timestamps for both scenes on the map. Updates have been made to the route of the I-404, incorporating new evidence. This includes adjustments in Vice Beach and the positioning of the road near Rock Ridge. Notably, there have been alterations to the highway section near the airport. Additionally, speculative terrain and building positions in Washington Beach have been revised to align more closely with the evidence. Changes have been made to the shapes and locations of the Ritz-Carlton Bal Harbour, Akoya condos, and Jade Ocean condos. Furthermore, alongside the speculative road and landmass in the Bayfront Heights area, the Y Vice City and Gate/Continental hotels have been included in the Vice Beach vicinity. Additionally, several minor adjustments and fixes have been implemented. Regarding the Vice Beach area, there have been additions of new buildings supported by recent evidence. These include 200 Ocean Drive, 260 Ocean Drive, 1043 Washington Avenue, Beach Park Hotel, and Council Towers North. Moreover, over at Brickell Key Island, two new buildings, Brickell Key 1 and Brickell Key 2, have been introduced. Additionally, corrections have been made to the names of the Tequesta Point locations, accurately reflecting their respective positions. Now, let's shift our focus away from Vice City. Firstly, an error regarding St. Joseph has been rectified. Previously labeled in purple, it should have been marked in red to signify that this name hasn't been confirmed in the leaks, but is either speculative or based on real-life data. Moving westward towards Port Gellhorn, there have been notable additions to the leaked industrial area opposite the state prison, along with improvements to the prison itself. Several speculative structures, highlighted in red, including a water tower and industrial buildings, have been incorporated, along with a cell tower across from the prison. Heading south to the Keys, significant improvements have been made. Adjustments to the landmass near the camera location, where the shot with the Dodal seaplane occurs, have been made based on speculative evidence. An airbase/runway has been added, along with guard booth and barriers visible in the trailer. Additionally, two speculative buildings marked in red, as well as the speculative Naval Area Station, have been included. That wraps up all the updates to the GTA 6 mapping project. Share your thoughts in the comments below. There have been some significant changes with this update. But now, let's shift our attention to the discoveries made in the trailer. I also wanted to touch on these findings in this video. This marks the initial Reddit post. In the GTA 6 trailer, you can see through the yacht windows and see the interior even though it's very far away. However, in GTA 5, you can't at all see the interior even from close-up. We will probably get inside the yacht and maybe even houses, or at least see inside it. In the shot of the Venetian island, it's evident that there will be a high density of yachts. It seems that the boats will be easily accessible, and based on the leaked shot featuring Jason on a boat from 2022, it's probable that players will have the freedom to enter, drive, and explore yachts like the catamaran seen in the opening scene of the trailer. Now, on to the next discovery, surfboards. Know a lot of people been talking about surfing, and while there's still nothing indicating it being an interactive minigame, surfboards are in-game and seen in the trailer. Surfboards were in 5, but only on the tops of certain cars, and a few static ones sat the beach. What do you all think? Will surfboards act as decorations like they were in 5? Or will it be a fully fledged minigame? Personally, I'm not fully convinced yet, but if NPCs do have actual schedules/lives, I can't see things like surfboards just being static, especially at the beach. My guess is we'll see NPCs bring their own items to and from the beach, including surfboards, but the interactiveness is still in question. From the leaks, there hasn't been any information indicating that surfing will be an interactive activity in the game. Nonetheless, there have been numerous articles discussing this possibility, like the one mentioned here. Major GTA 6 leak allegedly hints at surfing to debut in series. The upcoming GTA 6, officially untitled, leaks are becoming more frequent and interesting, with a recent one revealing that the upcoming title will include new water sports, such as surfing. According to a report by the Dexerto gaming website, a leaker named Alix Venturas revealed on Twitter that Rockstar Games plans to improve the water physics in Grand Theft Auto 6 and will introduce several water-based activities. While the gaming studio has not officially commented on the leak, players are convinced, given that Grand Theft Auto 6 will almost certainly feature Vice City, a fictional version of Miami, Florida, known for its beaches and water activities. However, it's important to note that these rumors haven't been confirmed by either the official leaks or the trailer. It remains to be seen whether these surfboards will merely serve as decorations. Now, on to the next and final discovery I'd like to highlight in this video, which might just be your favorite. Princess Robot Bubblegum is confirmed to be in GTA 6. Just like the Righteous Slaughter game series, Princess Robot Bubblegum is seen on a shirt, and will most likely return with more episodes. The series originally appeared in The Ballad of Gay Tony, and again with more episodes in GTA 5, making this the third appearance.